All right, on to problem solving. It says, use an array to solve each problem. Number 8 asks, look for patterns. Ross places the berries in an array. Write 2 equations that match the array. How many berries are there in all? So I'm going to write one equation where I add my rows, and then another equation where I add my columns. And that's what my friend here is reminding me. She says, look at the rows and columns. So I'm going to circle up my rows first to help me write my equations. So I have 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows, and in each row I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 berries. So I need to add 5 4 times. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to write an equation where I say 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. I've added 5 4 times. And when I skip count by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, I can say that I have 20 berries. Now I'm going to erase that and I'm going to circle up my columns and add by columns instead. So I'm going to erase and go here. So let's look at how many columns I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns, and each column has 1, 2, 3, 4 berries in it. So I have 5 columns of 4. So I need to add 4 5 times. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to write that equation. So I have 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus another 4 plus 4. That equals 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. It also equals 20. So how many berries do I have altogether? I have 20 berries altogether. Number 10 asks me to draw a garden with up to 5 rows that has the same number of flowers in each row. Then write 2 equations to match your array. So I'm going to come up here to my stamp tool and I'm going to just choose the yellow counters to make my flowers. We're going to pretend that these yellow circles are flowers. Now it says that I can draw a garden with up to 5 rows. So it doesn't have to have 5 rows, it just can't have more. So I'm going to do, I'm going to do 1 row and I'm going to put 4 flowers in it. I'm going to add another row, and remember my rows have to be equal. So if this row has 4 flowers, then this row has to have 4 flowers, and then maybe do 1 more row of 4 flowers. All right, now I need to write an equation that shows how many flowers there are. So remember, I have 1, 2, 3 rows, and each row has 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to write 4 plus 4 plus 4. So I'm going to come down here and write 4 plus 4 plus 4. 4, 8, 12. I have 12 flowers shown in my array. That was me adding my rows. Now I can write a second equation where I add my columns. So I'm going to look here and I'm going to see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. And in each column I have 1, 2, 3 flowers. So now I need to add 3 4 times. So I'm going to say 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. And that is also going to equal 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. All right, this one is for you guys, the assessment, but I just want to give you a hint before I let you go. It says Blake sets basketballs in an array. He has 4 rows with 3 basketballs each. Here's my hint, friends. On your piece of paper, I want you to draw this out. I want you to make 4 rows with 3 basketballs. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then, friends, once you have that made, think about which equations make sense. If I were to add my rows, I would need to add 1, 2, 3. I would need to add 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Do we see an equation that does that? Then I want you to ask yourself, look at these sums. All of them are different. We know that no matter if I'm adding by rows or columns, my sum is the same. So there's only one correct answer here, and they want you to add by rows. So look and see which one matches that. All right, friends, that's all for today. Don't forget to do those odds on your own blank piece of paper, and then take your quick check.